Well, looks like it's time to talk about another Netflix project. A movie about a dog going out to have the time of his life before he gets neutered. Yeah.
Wow! Yay!
When this movie's trailer was revealed for the first time, people had a pretty divided response to it. There were some who were interested in how this movie would play out, and then there were others who thought this movie was pretty disgusting and had virtually no interest in watching it. And then there was one person who turned on his webcam and told people who were judging this movie harshly to please stop bullying the movie.
But just because this movie doesn't necessarily cater to your specific taste, or that it is not specifically catering to the specific style that you want to go and experience, that doesn't give you permission to go and let out your fury and flat out attack both the movie and the people behind it. And if I have to tell you to go and calm down on your hatred towards a Sony Pictures animation movie, then maybe take that as a sign that you have to chill.
Can you please take a step back? I can smell you from here.
Now, as for my personal opinion on the trailers, the plot summary, and whatnot, I wasn't interested in this because I know plenty of people have said this, but it really does feel like one of those Family Guy or South Park clones, or even worse, a big, ugly mouth clone. Ugh. Just doing a bunch of offensive jokes, gross out jokes, toilet jokes, and sexual jokes, with a bunch of flat characters to add salt to the wound. But after the movie released, some people have been talking pretty positively about it. And considering I had you guys wait literally 2 months for a Squid Game video, I figured I could make another video just for you guys, so you don't have to wait another 2 months for another upload. So here's my review of Fixed.
Oh, Nana! Oh, you feel so good. All right.
The story focuses on a dog named Bull, a horny little horn dog who discovers that he's going to be neutered tomorrow. And this is a really big problem for him because his tennis balls are his greatest feature. His words, not mine. And if he doesn't have them, he's less of a dog, and he won't be able to confess his love to this other dog, Honey. She's Bull's love interest, they've been friends since childhood. You know, the typical generic shit that they're going for. So after discovering that he's gonna get neutered by his owners, he decides to run away and become a lone wolf. Eventually his friends catch up with him, and they decide to... just play the clip.
We're gonna go out there and suck every bit of fun out of those balls before you lose them.
We're all gonna suck your balls!
What?
And that's basically it. We get some romance jibber jabber in here. Bull gets high and he hallucinates. A bunch of cats try to kill Bull and his friends. The dogs go on a killing spree with squirrels. They go to that dog show to check on Honey. Then they go to a dog whorehouse. Then the movie ends with Bull taking one for the team, quite literally. Honey and Bull he gets neutered the next day. Honey has a bunch of puppies. The bitches go to the same house, except there's a bear in there now. And that's how the movie ends. Now, let's get this over with because I really don't want to waste my time talking about this.
Dad, is he gonna be okay?
He's gonna be better than ever. Better than ever.
Fuck me.
The 2D animation looks really great. It's filled with squash and stretch, the characters don't look fugly, the colors are really pretty to look at. It's a very nice looking movie, sometimes.
Freak! Don't you have a knife? Get out of here! Go away!
Thank God I'm blind.
I think the voice actors do a pretty great job playing these characters. It helps give them a little personality and life. The movie is pretty consistent, like it doesn't break its own rules for the sake of a gag, like Big Mouth does. When the movie does have its somber moments, I think it's handled pretty well. I did manage to get some giggles out of this movie.
No, honey, this is not that.
You're hanging by your dick from her vagina, Bull. What do you call it?
I don't know what to call it, but it isn't sex.
I think the movie has a nice message about accepting yourself for who you are, rather than just superficial characteristics. And that's it.
Hurtful,
How do you think I'm gonna feel when they rip my nuts out?
Even though I got a few giggles from this movie, the attempts at jokes were missing hard. And that's just because this movie, as I said in my intro, it's just nothing but a bunch of gross out jokes, sex jokes, and pop culture jokes. And unfortunately, this movie goes for the big mouth approach where they don't shy away from showing balls and assholes constantly.
Oh, you feel so good. Oh, right? Who doesn't love their Nana? Oh, yeah. Sweet minty relief. Oh, look. It's Rocco, the ballless wonder. Just the three of us now, so we might as well get to know each other properly. Lefty, you've always been a little bigger and for some reason consistently spicier. You know, I don't think so. Is that what that smell is? It's quite tangy. It's like a sausage, but sweeter, like apple sausage.
I think I need to take a shower.
And it doesn't really gross me out at all. It just bores me because, again, I've seen this stuff done multiple times in other animated shows, and most of those stem from Family Guy clones and South Park clones. So because of this, I've kind of developed an immunity to stuff like this. It doesn't shock me. It bores me. And speaking of dog shit that's boring, I wasn't interested in the story either. I mean, I was invested to a degree, but I wasn't interested in the whole romance element that's set up between Bull and Honey. They even do that predictable bullshit of Honey catching Bull looking like he's f***ing another dog that looks like her, but that's not the case at all.
You're hanging by your dick from her vagina, Bull. What do you call it?
I don't know what to call it, but it isn't sex.
The other characters are not really anything noteworthy, and I didn't really care too much about the jokes they were attempting to tell with these characters. Like, I just did not care. There were some I enjoyed, but honestly, I didn't care about the grand majority of them. And finally, the biggest problem with this movie, it's that it feels 16 years too late. And I don't fucking care that it went through development hell. In fact, it just makes it even worse at that point. Genndy Tartakovsky, the director who's responsible for making these cartoons that people love to regurgitate ad nauseum, has been working on this movie for 16 years. In 2009, he came up with the concept, but they didn't begin development until 2018. And I'm telling you, this really feels like it would have been more popular if it was released in the early 2010s or mid 2010s, because that's when adult animation was really at its peak with the types of jokes and the type of identity that this movie is crafting for itself. But considering that this movie was released in 2025 and adult animation has gone far beyond the kind of offensive jokes or the stupid humor that this movie has in its DNA, like they're actually delving into serious topics and they're doing things that are unique and interesting, this just feels like it's a big step backwards. And that's probably the biggest problem I have with this film. It feels really old school, even though it was released this year.
My lipstick? What's that doing there?
Yeah, that's my dick.
And that's all I have to say about Fixed. It's a very mid movie. It does have really good things going for it, but at the same time, it feels like an old guy trying to be cool, making these kinds of jokes that were made during his time period. All I hope is that maybe Sony will make another rated R movie that actually feels like an adult animated movie that's not just filled with a bunch of sex jokes, vulgar jokes, and all that kiddie crap. It could be interesting, you know what I mean? Like BoJack Horseman or Moral Oral. You know, those shows that actually delve into serious subject matters? Who knows, maybe Sony will make another rated R movie that actually feels more adult. But God knows that's never going to happen. Anyway, that's all I have to say. What do you guys think of Fixed? Tell me in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys real soon.